Let's start with your reading, Pisces. Today, we are going to look into your recent past, current energies, and near future. And then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about your messages. Now, let's begin right away with your reading. Okay. All right. The main energy for the reading today is the Eight of Pentacles. You have been working on something here, Pisces, or at least you have been very much focusing on it, trying to figure out why certain things might have happened the way they did happen and where to go from here. You have been ready to take control over a situation that up to this point instead you did not have much control over. And you're just ready to stop letting life telling you what is going to happen next. You want to decide for yourself without relying on the change of seasons anymore, relying on other people's decisions. Instead, creating your own season and your own destiny here. Obviously, this relates to something very, very emotional that potentially you're trying to leave behind. But let's see what the cards have to say about this. First of all, in the recent past, we see the Devil and the Six of Swords reversed. With the Six of Swords reversed, we definitely see someone who rushed out of a situation, rushed into an ending, and not because they thought that the situation was actually over, but because they wanted to run away from their problems without thinking to stick around and solve them right away or solve them the right way. Also, it seems as though this person wanted to do this quick because they didn't want to think about it too much for fear of changing their mind and letting their emotions dictate their actions, their decisions. There's much more to look into here, and we'll do that as soon as we clarify. In the present, we have the Seven of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Honestly, it does not surprise me to see this Four of Pentacles over here, because every time you see someone quickly ending something or acting as though the situation is not really impacting them at all, they often find themselves later not able to fully let go, not knowing what to do and how to proceed. And this is what we see here. Someone who is still holding on to this, wondering if that was the right decision, and wondering if at the end of the day, they ever really let go of that connection or not. Emotionally, it doesn't seem like they did. And we'll see what else is happening in the current situation that maybe you should know about. In the near future, we have the Seven of Swords and the Fool. Someone is wanting to take a chance at something over here. But more than a straightforward path, this feels to me like a crossroad. As if someone now is placed in front of a very important decision to make. Could be big, could be small, we'll see. But don't forget that the biggest obstacles are the ones we usually underestimate. The ones that we don't see as obstacles. And there is something about this energy that talks about innocence, but that instead has much more hiding behind it with that Seven of Swords. What is this about? We'll have to find out. Now, let's start clarifying, and let's begin with your recent past. Okay, Death, Nine of Pentacles, and that Seven of Swords coming up once again with Justice. The first thing that I can clearly see here is how you often felt trapped here, Pisces, feeling as though you had no way out. There have definitely been a lot of happy moments with this person, a lot of very beautiful moments that made you feel abundant, made you feel as though you had it all. And often the situation felt Right, it felt destined, But at some point, you started collecting more bad memories than you were collecting good memories. And there comes a time in which you need to ask yourself, is this situation still making me happy? You never really wanted to answer that question, did you? With the Seven of Swords, deceptive energy, for some reason, you did not want to really look into it. You know, Sometimes I feel that people might think that I say every time something goes wrong, you should move on. But I don't mean that at all. I don't mean that everything needs to be perfect every time. But there is issue and issue. If the person is just, I don't know, chewing loudly and it bugs you, yes, of course, get over it if you care about them. But if the person cheats and you think that you shouldn't walk away at first because it's just, the first time that it happens, it's just the first mistake, then that's on you. Right here, something went wrong and it called for an ending, but it didn't happen right away. You thought that you should have stayed and worked for this because this was destined to be. But was it? We'll see. Now, let's see what's going on in the present and let's clarify the current energies. Eight of Swords, Four of Swords, and Eight of Pentacles main energy. I'm really having hard time trying to understand who this person might be, the one who's still holding on to this. And sometimes when that's the case, it usually means that a certain degree, this energy is very much coming from the both of you. The thing here is that someone thought they had a lot of options, right? With that Seven of Cups as well. They had a lot of options back then and they thought, I'm going to move on. I'm going to start something new. I will forget about this by the end of the week and I'm going to be fine. And then they realized instead that it's much harder than that and that they didn't want to start all over again. They realized they already had everything they're wanting to find now. Now, this person finds themselves thinking about this more and more, and they realize that this whole situation is far from over. There is a need for healing right here, a need to put all of this behind, but it's as if this person thinks that the only way to really put this behind, or better, the only way to really heal is by being back with that person who meant so much to them. Again, not sure if this is you, if this is them, but so far I'm inclined to think that it's the both of you at a certain degree. Now, let's see if maybe we can find out more information about it with the near future energy, and let's clarify Seven of Swords and the Fool. Two of Cups, Temperance, Eight of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the Fool once again. Looking at these cards, plus having the context of the previous messages, now this really helps us understanding what this choice is going to be about. Definitely there is communication coming in. Ace of Wands, Two of Cups, or some sort of unexpected reunion. Something that will be unexpected, not planned for, and impossible to ignore at the same time. It does look like this person still wants this, still trying to manifest this energetically, physically. This Ace of Wands looks to me like the Magician's wand. There is a need to manifest this once again. What for? We don't know yet. We'll have to look into it. There is a moment coming up in which you'll have to decide what to do. Should I engage into this conversation? Temperance, merging the two energies, seeing how far this could go at this moment in time, or Eight of Cups, should I just ignore them and just pretend that I haven't seen this person on the other side of the room, or just ignore the message that they have sent? Overall, we see a rush of endorphins all over your body. Again, impossible to ignore. What will you do, Pisces? And what should you do? Something is bringing you together, and it will feel actually as powerful as it did in the past. But do you want to make the same mistakes, or is it better right now to just ignore this and see if maybe there is more clarity coming your way before deciding what to do? So, Pisces, so far your main message is expect something to happen in a situation that you thought was over, but that at a certain degree you still feel connected to. Now, let's look into the other person's energy. Let's flip the reading in order to see what their intentions are and also what their feelings currently are. Let's see if there is any potential left, and let's also see why this is happening now. Is it happening for a reconciliation or just for closure? Let's also look into what else is coming your way in the next few months, Pisces. If you want to dive deeper into the messages with me, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free, personal, live, 45-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Pisces. Look at this. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events, the Magician. And we were just talking about the Magician's wand. It's clear right here that something is going on, something we haven't fully seen yet in the reading. With the Magician, I really feel that you are moving towards this upcoming event just like a magnet, as if you were truly meant to experience this right now. The Magician talks about something that happens in the right place at the right time, and something that is meant to happen in order for you to move to the next chapter. We'll have to see what that chapter is going to be. Regardless of what this move is going to be, regardless of what is going to happen between the two of you, this seems to be placing you on a very important trajectory, taking you to a place where everything might end up being very different for you. With the Magician, we always have a double-edged sword, you know? Is this person, situation, coming in for the right reasons, as it seems that they are, or is there manipulative energy that you should be aware about at this moment in time? Let's try to find that out. Let's start by clarifying this Magician, and let's see what it's actually coming your way in the near future. Okay, Knight of Cups right there. 10 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. With the Empress, I mean, this is absolutely clear, and at least from what we see so far, Pisces, this person has a very clear idea as to what they want right now. But again, is it what you want? Is it what you should want at this point in time? There is a clear message here, but also we see that there is a whole different layer and a lot of different messages underneath this that we need to pay attention to. First of all, we see this.